Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN. When finished, press the pound key.
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Nobody take no cornbread from me.
Don't beat him with the stick. I said, don't beat him with the stick. All right. Don't beat your brother with the stick. Hi, folks. How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. I'm your host. That's it. It's nobody else here. Just you and I here. Your friendly neighborhood stalking black journalist, reporter, comedian, activist, inspirational speaker. So I'm everything. What up, people? How you doing? I want to say hello to my people on Facebook, my people on YouTube, my people on Periscope. Periscope, what good are you? Seriously. No one watches you. Not the people, the platform. What's Periscope for? You got rid of Meerkat, you know, and now you're here, whatever, you know, and you don't make it friendly for people to watch videos on you. So I'm trying to figure it out, man. Trying to figure it out. I won't put the phone number up because today, in case you didn't know, it's Friday! You know what? It doesn't even matter because COVID-19, Johnson. Where are you going? Where you going? Where you going? Can't go no damn where. All trapped indoors. All right, people on Facebook, people on YouTube. Let me go shout out my people on Facebook first this time. They need some love in Facebook land. Facebook people got it bad, Johnson. They got it bad. They're hanging out with Mark Zuckerberg. That's depressing. What's up, Facebook people? I don't even be on there like that. You there tonight? You're there tonight, though, ain't you? What up, Gladys? Lisa, Paula, Adam, Rachel, Candace in the house. Welcome, 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 Morgan. What is going on? D, Mike, Felicia Johnson, Ronnie Rutherford, Nashville in the house. What cities you guys claiming? If you put your name in your city, I'll shout out your name in your city. Paula Smith, what's up? Sean, what's up? Sean King, not that one. It's a lady. Sean King, Delaney in the house. Felicia said Walmart closed, so we're home. Okay. Must live in a Walmart. Okay, Johnson. Okay. You know, indoors is indoors. Atlanta, what's up? Alma, what's up? Ryder, what's up? What's going on? Man, I'm just wondering if I could lose more people on Facebook. What do I got to do? Enid in Oklahoma. Port Authority, Texas, baby. That's Lucius. And Paula, Washington State. Gladys, Mobile, Alabama. Don't worry, I ain't gonna stalk nobody. I was joking. I just thought it'd be cool to shout out Mike in San Francisco in the house. All my people on Tim Black's Wolfpack on Facebook putting it down. Should be sleeping, working in the morning, Doreen. Well, I'm glad you are breaking some rules for me. You're too good to them, Doreen. Yeah, you do too much for them. Sometimes they gotta miss you. Know what I mean? What's up, Ryder, Buffalo, New York? Jeff from Las Vegas. Adam from Las Vegas. Las Vegas in the house. Las Vegas in his house. Let me put the phone number up. In case you guys are feeling adventurous, you know? Phone number's on the screen. 319-527-6212. Pow. What's up? Oh, my bad. Gotta hold it sideways. Pow. Gotta hold sideways, man. My brother from the hood, man. Yo, what up? YouTube. Did any YouTube people show up? Just wondered, did any YouTube people show up, man? YouTube is so sedition, you know what I'm saying? I have things to do, Tim Black. There's so many shows on YouTube I could be watching. You're lucky my favorite commentator is away. Oh, Snooty. You're lucky, Tim Black. What's up, YouTube people? How y'all feeling? I got some YouTube people. YouTube people in the house. Let me here we go. Hold on, guys. I'll be there in a second. Gotta get this straight. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah. YouTube in the house. Share this out on your social media, guys, if you don't mind. I like to stick it to the man, make sure the man knows who the real man with the plan is, man with the plan, with the band. You understand? All right. Share it, guys. Oh, we got some viewers on YouTube. What? We got a new member. Let me get this new member right now, so they'll know I saw them. Tito Hornbuckle in the Mofo house. Tito, what's up, Tito? How you doing, Tito? Welcome to the Wolfpack. Johnson. Drums. We got some other Tim Black Wolfpack members in the house. Going strong. Moderator Sign of the Times. Kelly M. Lisa Friedman. Bose Einstein 7. Shosi 100. Also a new member yesterday. Give it up for Shosi. It never gets old, Johnson. Diana M16. Chrissy be talking. We carrying signs in the house. La 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 cha cha. La 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 cha cha. Lady Jackie in the house. Sally Thompson. Mary Warren's in the house. Look at all the Tim Black Wolfpack in the house, man. I appreciate y'all. I got some, look, I also had some Tim Black Wolfpack from Patreon in the house. Give it up for them as well, like Irma Linda. Yeah. Ebony Fry's in the house. More Tim Black Wolfpack members, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. Tony D is in the house. Yeah. Carlo Diego. Carlo Diego. Carlo Diego. I want to say Carlo. I know that ain't right. Nikki, what's up, Nikki? Golden Heart. Tina Ferguson, Mama Alaska. K to the Shy. Yeah, we got it going on, Johnsons. Shy Yar in the house. Shy Yar, Frank Barrow. Frank Barrow. MJ Massey, Cody Tufflin. Little Midget. She crazy. Go ahead, sister. Belinda's in the house. Belinda's in the house. Kim's in the house. Amir's in the house. Jeanette Eastman in the house. Bella Mars in the house. I got a lot of love for everybody here. Marilyn Newsome's in the house. Shadow President's in the house. Give it up for everybody who came through on a Friday night representing. Representing. I appreciate y'all. I really do. You guys are great. Thanks for sharing the show. Michael and Natalie and Dolores and Lisa Andes and Ginger Liberty. Thank you so much for sharing the show. I feel loved. I feel like we're going to have a good show as well. But I'm going to tell you, man, like, it's something crazy, man. I got robbed today. Actually, I got robbed March 1st. March 1st, I got robbed. I went into one of my accounts. And I noticed there was a major deduction that I didn't do. Some online I'm like, who did this? Because I know me and Mrs. Black don't be buying this type of shit. What's this website? And what's this minus? 3 transactions, all within 5 minutes. It's messed up because I found out on the weekend. So I got an online bank. That's where you messed up, Tim Black. You got an online bank. They ain't a real bank. They know they ain't got to see you in person, so they can just treat you like garbage, Johnson. Never deal with online banking. No, never put more than $2 in an online bank, Tim Black. You should know that. You need your online bank or something real quick, sign up for it, close it out, Johnson. Don't ever trust an online bank, Tim Black. They got to have an online bank. That's a compliment to the offline bank. If you got an online bank and all you got is online bank, you got to go online and piss them off to track your money down. You don't want that, Tim Black. I understand that. Why you didn't tell me that before this happened? What good is it to tell me now, Johnson? Help me fix it. Don't tell me what I did wrong. Help me get unscrewed. I know I got screwed. Help me get unscrewed. Always want to be smart. I think some people love making you feel bad, you know? They love showing how smart, like they're so smart. Their superiority makes them feel good. Yeah, I would have told you that. No, you wouldn't. You would have told. So I had to wait till Monday to file my claim, right? I filed the claim, and they finally got back to me like Monday. You know how long it is to wait for somebody when you know somebody stole your money and you got to wait extra days to talk to them? That's why you got to go with somebody who's got a brick and mortar, Tim Black. That's why you got to go, well, look, man, it's COVID-19. Ain't there many brick and mortars open anyway? People making appointments to get out $20 from the ATM, man. It's COVID-19, man. It's a pandemic. So I contacted them Monday morning, bright and early. Tell them my predicament, give them all my information. They sent me through a first hoop. Asked me all these questions and stuff. Sent me through a second hoop. ask me all the same questions they asked me on the first time. Then they say, okay, we're going to contact the vendor, we'll let you know what happens. Then they send me a message. They say, well, Mr. Black, everything looks good. You know, we're trying to process this. The processing usually takes about 45 days, but since you're a customer, Mr. Black, what we'll try to do is put in your account the balance. We're gonna forward you. We're going to initiate to make you whole until that time. We're going to send the balance of the amounts into your account provisionally. I said, oh man, I get provisions. I get provisions, Mrs. Black. Mrs. Black, we get provisions. Yeah, we get provisions, y'all. I didn't know I was qualified for provisions. Turns out they do that with everybody. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't because I'm special. So, they said 10 days before they put the provisions in the account. 11 days go by. 12 days go by. 13th day, damn it. I contact them today and say, hey, they just said provisionally I was going to get the money, man. They wait until it's 5 minutes before they close online, before people, because they actually have a brick and mortar somewhere else in Massachusetts. One location. They wait till they're closed. Just before they close, they email me. Right? They say, well, sorry to notify you. The reason why we didn't send you the provisions because we decided that because this person used your CVV, they must have had your physical card, therefore we're not going to honor it. You have to go through the vendor to get your money back. So sorry to tell you that. Have a good day. Folks, I didn't open that message until a half an hour ago. If you could have heard the words that came out of me. Yeah. If you could have heard the words that came out of me, the grandbaby was like, pop, pop. Soap. So, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'm in the room. I started sounding like Kirk Franklin, y'all. I sounded like Kirk Franklin the way I was talking, man. I was mad, man. I pulled a Kirk Franklin. See, it wasn't just the fact that now they're stiff-arming me, trying not to give me my money. They treat me like a leper, right? But they didn't even contact me to tell me that was their decision. Nor did they contact me and say, well, here are the steps you should take, Mr. Black. I know you've been a customer of ours for a couple of years, and you've put money in our bank and trusted us, and we make money off your money. We do nothing for you except hold your money while we make money off your money. But we can't honor this because of this and this and this. Here goes some steps you can take. Not only does that piss me off, but the fact that I can't even get in touch with them until when? Monday morning, Johnson. I can't talk to a person till Monday. Okay? So I got to sit with this all weekend. Knowing somebody robbed me, not once, not twice, 3 times, Johnson, and they're getting away with it. Oh, Lord. They're getting away with it. I looked at Ms. Black. I said, you know what? I don't know if I'm in the proper mind state to do a show. Yeah, I got real white on her. I got white on her like a motherfucker. I was like, I don't know if I'm in a proper mind state to do a show. So my head's not in it, man. My mind's not. Mom, I'm upset. I'm not in the proper headspace. Mrs. Black looked at me like any black woman would. She said, I'm sure that's what the slaves used to say. You're not in the proper headspace. That's not how Mrs. Black talked. That's not what happened. Stop buying into stereotypes so easily. That's not how my wife rolls. She made me a sandwich first. Then she was like, baby, you sure? You sure you can't do a show? Actually, that's not how my wife rolls either. She didn't do that. She's too busy folding some stuff, putting some stuff up, doing some stuff with the baby. She didn't do nothing. She just looked at me like, I told you to cut them loose a long time ago. Damn online bank. Just rub salt in the wound, Mr. Overseer. Flicking pickle juice on the open scab. What are you doing? I'm already mad. I gotta go downstairs and do a show, and I'm angry. I say all that to say, come Monday morning, I'm gonna be calling these sons of bitches, right, about my money. And if they don't respond favorably, because I looked online, it's a personal account. This ain't a business account. This is This is backed by the FDIC. They're not even risking their money. They just want to punk my ass. Or if he lying, he ain't gonna push it. Yeah, if he lying, he ain't gonna push it. They probably tell that to everybody. We tried really hard. Now, won't you go try as a personal and as an individual and see how far you get with the vendor? Because we tried as hard as we could on your behalf. Now it's your turn to try. They tell you, look, I'm gonna tell them they don't have my money. They don't have my money, I'm gonna take all my money out their account. But I'm not gonna do it yet because they don't have any incentive to do their damn job right now. But I'm gonna tell you, Monday morning bright and early, I'm gonna be calling them. And you know what? If they don't do what they should do by me as a consumer who was robbed, I don't care if somebody got my card number or somebody got my CVV. I didn't give it to their ass. What I look like, 12? All I do is work, mofo. I wasn't nowhere on a weekend, nowhere in whatever place this was, buying nothing 3 times in a row, you idiot. But if not, Johnson, I want you to know right now, I'm going to be making a countless amount of videos, and I will be naming the name of that organization and roasting their ass daily. I will make a TikTok every day. I don't even make TikToks. My son made TikToks. I will start making TikTok videos. I will make more Instagram. It's going to be great for my Instagram account. I'll make an Instagram every day about them. Hashtag the name of their institution. They picked the right one, baby. God damn it. And honestly, guys, I was like, I don't know if I could do the show, man, because I do not. Nobody who calls up deserves the anger and the frustration. Because I'm already pissed off. I'm already angry, you know? And I ain't even taken a phone call yet. And nobody deserves that heat. But then I realized that's what people love me best. I will try to temper it, but know this. If you call up to here with some foolishness tonight, if you're thinking about calling up with some foolishness, just to see what the black man does when I call up with the dumb shit, oh man, it's gonna be biblical. Stories will be written about the ass whooping I give you. But at that time, remember that time we was watching Tim Black live that Friday? Where was that? Man, it was like the beginning of March. No, it wasn't the beginning of March. It was like the middle of March. I think it was toward the end. No, I think it was like in the middle. With the 18th, 19th, man. Man, this guy called up there. Tim was already mad. Yeah, I remember. I saw that. Tim tore his ass up. Woo! I was about to call Child Protective Services on his ass the way he beat that child on that damn phone. That's all I'm trying to tell you, dog. That's all I'm trying to tell you, man. I don't care if you white, if you black, if you brown, if you purple, if you like men or if you like dogs. I don't care. If you call up here tonight, man, with some bullshit, you think Alex is funny. Oh, you think smart sister can get raw? You ain't saying shit. Somebody messed with my money, dog. They stole my money. Where I come from, at least you get to take an ass whooping behind that. That's where I come from. I'm old. We used to fight. Remember that? Remember with fists? Before people started shooting each other and running like bitches? Remember when people used to fight? That's where I come from. Where jumping people was frowned upon. that y'all do all the time now. Like, we jumping, we jumping, we jumping, we jumping, we jumping, we shooting, we shooting. I got a gat. I'm going to bust you in the back. I'm going to hit you in the head with the blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. That's all. That's the lyrics. Didn't used to be that way. I come from a time when people got shot. That was like, what? Somebody got shot? For real, dog? I'm leaving. Now people dance to the sounds of gunshots. Pow, 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 yeah. Pow, pow, you hear that? That was on beat. Shoot it again. Anyway. That's my day. How you doing? All right, give it up for that. That's called a monologue. No writers. No person to play off of. No script. No jokes either. Damn. Woo! Hey, that's as good as Steve Harvey is. Shit. He worth multiple millions. All right, Johnsons. I got a couple stories I want to run through, but tonight is Freedom Friday. That's what people call up, and you get to speak the mic. You get to rock the mic. You get to talk about whatever's on your mind. Issues, stories that I missed, the stories I should have covered, or things you think. I don't know. That's what it's for. Okay. Here goes one. I got three. They're short, okay? Oh, first thing is, y'all seen Joe Biden's punk ass fall up the steps? Y'all see him fall up the steps? Take a little work to fall up the steps. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's not hard to fall up the steps one time. Nah, one time falling up the steps, like everyone's fallen up the steps once. Yeah, everybody's done that. Takes a lot of effort to fall up the steps twice. In the same steps. Because by now, by the time you fall the second time, it's like, okay, these steps ain't cool. Obviously, these steps got something against me. Maybe I owe the steps some money. I was looking at this woman, he ain't like that. I got eyes, don't blame me. She's attractive. I didn't mean nothing by it. No disrespect, dog, no disrespect. But to fall up the steps 3 times in one staircase, that's a little much, Johnson. That's a little much. Somebody about to go to the home. Somebody about to go to the home, Johnson. Butter pecan. Oh, yeah, butter pecan. Butter pecan. Shout out to Mike Epps on that. Sometimes I say people's jokes, but I always give them credit. Cherry Garcia. Cherry Garcia. Going for ice cream. My son gonna come take me for ice cream. My son gonna take me out for some ice creams. That's the street that Joe Biden's on, man. Don't tell me. I don't want to hear it, Democrats. I don't want to hear it. He fell up the step 3 times, Johnson. And he was about to fall 4 times. Then he said, hold on, let me grab these damn bars. Let me do that. You know, Joe Biden is almost 80 years old. He should have been grabbing them damn bars long time ago, okay? But he want to look tough. He want to look like he don't need to grab the damn banister like a normal person going up a lot of steps by himself with cameras on him. Do you know how hard it is to walk when people are filming you? Man, I have time. Sometimes I get nervous walking when I'm not being filmed. Imagine you being filmed by like 20 cameras and it's just you. You ain't got nobody to talk to. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, man, man, I'm a bomb North Korea if they keep messing with me, Jack. Yeah, nothing. Can't pretend to check your phone. No, you're just walking. And you're getting, your neck is hot. You know, you may have had a couple drinks the night before. Anything, dog. So, my thing is this. Joe Biden need to act like he's 78 years old. Stop acting like you're 58. But the problem is, Joe Biden talked all that shit on the campaign trail, didn't he? Oh, yeah, he talked so much smack, man. He was challenging people. Come on, fat. Listen, fat. Want to be outside? Want to go outside, fat? Come on, fat. Let's go outside. Oh, you say come on? Okay, let's go outside. You ready? Want to mix it up? Huh? What you got? What you got? Oh, yeah. What you got? He was doing all that shit. Mm-hmm. So he felt inclined that he got to act like he's younger than he is. But the body knows, Johnson. You may think that you're 48, but your body knows you're 78, Johnson. And your mind knows it too. Coo. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato. What's the day, Joe? Yellow. No, not colors, Joe. Days of the week. What's today? McHale's Navy. No, that's the show, Joe. Joe, days of the week. I'm gonna help you out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What's the day, Joe? Happy days. Get his ass out of the White House and take the coordinates from the rocket launchers away from his ass. Now. Okay. I'm talking a lot. Okay, so now I'm going to make these real short. Joe Biden started the war on drugs, and he's trying to continue that shit right now as we speak. Joe Biden told the staffers, right, that work for his ass, said, hey, be honest on the forms. If you smoke weed, say you smoked weed in the past. Be an honest, upfront, realistic person. Don't lie to us, man. We found out you're lying, that's a cause for termination. All federal employees know this. If you got to get a clearance, it's best to tell the truth. I don't care what it is. Because if it come out later, they come get your ass. Be right there just like this. Hey, Susan, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Black. Yeah, what's up, man? What's going on? Hey, we want to talk to you for a minute. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, so what happened was, then the man, he jumped up and said, pineapples. I was like, what, pineapples? No, Mr. Black. Yeah, what's up, man? No, we need you right now, sir. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, bring all that shit with you. Bring my stuff. That's what they come do in the middle of the day. Yep, that's what they do. So you don't lie about your background checks. You don't lie on a background check, tell the truth. Well, see, Joe Biden, like I said, he started the war on drugs. He's trying to continue it. Now he's firing staff members who said back in the day they used to smoke pot, weed, marijuanas, reefers. White House staffers asked to resign or work remotely after revealing past marijuana use. 5 people are no longer employed at the White House, while additional staffers are working remotely. In many of the cases involving staffers who are no longer employed, additional security factors were in play, including some for hard drug use. While marijuana use is legal in many states, 14 states plus D.C. where they work at, recreational marijuana is legal. It's still illegal on the federal level, which can present a hurdle in the federal security clearance process. If you want to, the White House underscored on Friday that it has eased some restrictions in its security clearance policy to be more lenient about employing individuals with a history of drug use. White House press secretary tweeted on Friday that the White House worked with the Security Service to employ or update the policies to ensure that past marijuana use wouldn't automatically disqualify staff from serving in the White House. As a result, more people will serve who would not have in the past with the same level of recent drug use. The bottom line is this: of the hundreds of people hired, only 5 people who had started working at the White House are no longer employed as a result of this policy. Yes, but they made some work remotely and others suspended. So 5 were fired, but some were suspended and some were asked to work remotely. Here's the thing, Johnson. If you tell people to tell the truth, and we want to go towards legalizing cannabis anyway as a country, you know, to join the rest or most of the normalized world, maybe once in a while we can lead on something instead of always being in the back of things, you know, taking up the rear. Could America, we always say America is the greatest country on the world. Great. Well, we great. What are we great for? We're not great for healthcare. We're not great for poverty. We're not great in medicine. We're not great for quality of life. We're not great for life expectancy. We're not great. What are we winning in exactly? Oh, I know. Number of billionaires ratio to poor people. Oh, I know. Wealth inequality. That's what we're leading in. Yeah, that's what we're winning in, Johnson. Number of shitty presidents in a row. Ooh, there we go. That'd be a good one. That's what we went in. Number of countries bombed. Number of overthrown coups staged against other countries. Number of incarcerated people. Number of genocides. Yeah, there you go. That's what we're leading in. That's it. It'd be nice at some point, guys, if we led in something that was actually good. And we could lead in something that's actually good, but we don't have the ability to do that because our politicians are bought and paid for the most part. Our political parties are run by corporations. We are the United Corporations of America. And if it went for incrementalism, we'd have no change at all. Speaking of no change at all, California. Now, I hope some people call in tonight to tell me a little bit more about this story because I don't keep up on this guy. California Governor Gavin Newsome is all but certain to face a recall of re-election later this year based on an official update Friday indicating the proponents have gathered more than enough valid signatures. Oh yeah, they're trying to get rid of his ass. They're trying to get rid of Gavin. And it's not just because his name is Gavin. That's only one reason why, Johnson. They are pissed at Gavin in California. Florida doesn't have a recall ability. You mean you like DeSantis? For real, dog? Florida actually likes DeSantis. Y'all motherfuckers deserve everything you get. Everything. The first post-deadline tally from the California Secretary of State's official office fleshed out that reality Friday. Proponents had submitted 1.2 million valid signatures through March 11th. Woo! Woo! 1.2 million people said, hey, Gavin, get your shit, get out. That's cold-hearted, man. That's cold-hearted. Hey, hey, Gav. Come here, dog. This shit ain't working out, player. Nah, it's not. No, it's okay. No, nothing personal. I'm just being serious. You need to get the fuck out, man. It's not you, it's us. We're like governors with common sense. Not your fault, man. While the state still has weeks of certifying election, Any sense of suspense has evaporated as Newsome himself conceded the recall election was likely this week. After sidestepping the topic for months, the Democratic governor embarked on a national media tour and rolled out a national network of prominent defenders like Senator Elizabeth Warren and voting rights advocate Stacey Abrams. You know, people always say, "Oh, California's a blue state." Yeah, they got some red there too. Not everybody. There's some red surrounded by some blue, mad as hell, like, man, another liberal come up in here. And since Elizabeth Warren has his back, I don't know how supportive that really is. Because we all know what Elizabeth Warren is capable of. Oh, lady! Get mad, I don't care. I don't care, Johnson. Go get signatures. Go get signatures. The reality is it looks like it's going on the ballot, Newsome told reporters Tuesday, assuming supporters have amassed enough signatures. Yeah, this sounds like a guy getting his ass kicked. Well, the reality looks like it's going to go on the ballot. Oh, I'm not worried about it. We expect this to happen. Oh, it's no big deal. These things happen. It's partisan politics. Now, I don't know much about why they're doing this. But somehow I know it's Trump's fault. Or at least that's what they're saying, right? It's got to be Trump's fault. You know, Trump not in office anymore. You're going to have to stop using that one. Yeah. I'm going to have to blame other people. Find another boogeyman. Boo. Boo. There is something that came to my mind about this, my attention about this. Gavin Newsom, like, locked down California, like, lock. He locked it. Then he stood on the bar. He locked California down. And as soon as they started recalling his ass, he was like, well, help me turn this damn thing back, bro. See, the problem with doing that, when you start turning the lock back the other way, when the votes start looking bad, they made it seem like when you locked it down, you really didn't believe in it. Yeah, it seemed like he may have done it for politics. I mean, if I'm doing something that's going to help the people, right? If I'm doing something that helps the people, I don't care if the shit popular or not, if I really believe in it. Yeah, man, like Trump couldn't tell me not to do something for my show if I thought it was the right thing to do for my show. I don't give a fuck who it is. Nobody can tell me what to do if I think it's the right thing for my show, because it's my show and it's my responsibility. And I live and die by making the choices that I make. You'd have to convince me that what I'm doing is wrong. You know, like, say I get into a beef with a very popular YouTube personality. Like a damn fool, I go challenge him when other people won't challenge him. I'm like, I'm standing up for progressive values, and I disagree with you. He's like, dead man walking. And I go, so what? I'm going to take it for the team. Ah! And then if I saw my subscribers dwindle and dwindle and dwindle and dwindle and dwindle and dwindle some more and dwindle, it's not like I would hide those videos, make them private, and try to stop poking the bear. I wouldn't do that. Nah, I would keep standing up for what I believe in. In all seriousness, folks, I'm having a hard time riding with Gavin Newsom on this, even though I know Bernie Sanders is riding for him. Because if what I say is true, if he said, we need to lock down California, it's going to save a lot of lives, I know you don't like it, but I got to do it. And if he decided to go against his first instinct to do that, or his decision, because it became unpopular with some people that allow, that means to me he's not a real leader. I don't care how much hair he got, okay? And I don't care who else says he's cool, okay? Because you got to stick with it. I made a bad decision at the end of the day. And that's different. But my decision didn't necessarily save lives. My decisions aren't that serious. Gavin Newsom's decision is about the life and death of his citizens. Mine is about an opinion of what to do about something. Big difference. So with that, there's always work at the post office, Gavin. You can always work remotely. Last but not least, last thing, guys, for phone calls, we're about to go in 2 seconds. I saw this and I had to laugh, Johnson. Oh, I had to laugh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Give it up for Rusty the Clown, ladies and gentlemen. Rusty the Clown. Give it up for Rusty the Clown Johnson. Come on now. Rusty. Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity got caught vaping on Fox News. This is hilarious. Look, it's funny to me. I'm not one of those hypocrites. Keep the hell what you do, Sean. You should smoke more stuff. Try weed. Maybe they'll loosen you up. I didn't know Sean Hannity was only 59. He looked like he's 64. You're a young man, Sean. Get it in while you can, Johnson. You don't get no younger. He was caught vaping on there when he thought the show had gone to a commercial break. As soon as he realized the mistake, the host snatched the vape out of his mouth and declared, "Oh," as he went back to the camera. Hannity concluded his segment and went to turn over his spot to Laura Ingraham, who then poked fun at her colleague by pretending she was caught off guard. What was she doing, sticking needles into black puppets? Black doll babies? Yeah, take that, you little nip. Hi, I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle. Actually, I'm happy to see this. I think this is a good thing. In fact, I'm not altogether sure that it's not staged because it's that good. This makes me find Hannity somehow less disgusting or less a jackass. This makes me think he's more of a human being. I'm not saying I like him, but this is good. I like this. Now, they say that vaping causes coughing, bad breathing, or could screw with your breathing, or irritate your throat, your mouth, but, hey, go at it. Good stuff there, Sean. It's really only recommended for people who are trying to quit smoking. And there's a person who quit smoking a few years ago. Like, it's almost been 3 years now, Johnson. I did not go to vaping. I think I tried it, like, very briefly. But then I decided it was better to go cold turkey because I ain't want to get hooked on vaping. It costs as much as cigarettes. What I look like getting hooked on the thing that costs more than the thing I'm trying to get rid of. So anyway, more power to you. Hope you have a good, hope you're able to kick the habit. I don't know what happens, or I could get hit by a bus, but what if I don't? You can still get struck by lightning, Tim Black. And so, all right, guys, we're going to go to commercial. We're going to come back right to phone calls. I'm Tim Black. Subscribe to this channel. Become a member of this channel. We'll be right back in 90 seconds. Count on it, Johnson.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media talking heads misleading the people. Get your news and information from an entity that keeps it real. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to timblacktv.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to timblacktv.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there.
Cool Streams TV, the best streaming service in the world. With over 2,000 channels. Watch it anywhere on your Android or iPhone. Watch it on your tablet or any Fire device. Premium channels, network channels, pay-per-view sports. Direct access to 24/7 customer service. Go to CoolStreamsTV.com and purchase your subscription. Cool Streams TV. We are the best in the business.
That's right, Johnson. We are back in this house. All right, guys, we are ready to go. I'm ready to go. Hope you're ready to go. We are ready to go. We are ready to go. All right. First call in the queue. First call in the kizoo. And as soon as I done that, the caller hung up. Okay. What is going on, man? All right. Maybe something happened. But now I lost the time. Let's go to 907. You're going to be my first caller, 907. Hope you're doing well. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hi, honey. Hi, Wolfpack. It's Laura. Can you hear me?
We got you, Laura. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing a whole lot better. Thanks to a lot of love and good care from my daughters and nursing care. I've kept myself out of a nursing home, which is the best thing that I can say. I'm grateful to be here. I wanted to say, first of all, that I wanted to recognize a woman who has taken time out of the Wolfpack to interact with me. And that's Kara Thompson. Kara, our favorite truck driver, is a wonderful human being. And I also wanted to recognize Dawn the farmer, because she speaks the way I would have been able to speak about how we build communities that are interactive. We don't need permission from the government to create our own social systems within our communities, such as community gardening. My idea has been working here with our community being a massive. We get a lot of tourists from cruise ships, 5 a day, that house thousands. They bring up our community from 27,000 to over 500,000 a day. Our economy is strictly based on them, and we have fallen. So what I do is every week I'm on my Skype with the city people and movers and shakers. They have their meetings. And I put forward that the 5 major homegrown, long generational restaurants that have fallen get their biggest restaurant, put all their money into it, and create a co-op of restaurants. Mondays, Mexican night, Tuesdays, Chinese night, etc. And pull it together as a cooperative. These things we can do ourselves, and we don't need permission to do it. The other thing I wanted to address is how pissed off you are. Well, Just before I was able to call in here, I called my account and I received Social Security. And people also receive Social Security disability, and most of us don't have bank accounts. Me, because of a massive accident, took all my money away, whatever. We're forced to use a government card called Direct Express. And I got an instant recording saying from Direct Express that we are sorry to inform you that those receiving Social Security or SSDI will not be receiving their $1,400 for several weeks or months. Here's where you go to find out. We have no control over this. Go to IRS.com, blah, blah, blah. Here's your number. Well, I got a hold of a number, and legally written into this bill, we do not have to receive any money until December 2021, which is 9 months away. A lot of people on Social Security live way below the poverty level. Some of us have learned to deal with that. But I had the project going to where 30 of us had gathered together and said that we would put our Social Security money into buying property to create a cooperative year-round greenhouse grow-op for not only vegetables and everything else, but a special herb that can be made into tinctures, etc. And that we would and have been building the ability to give our produce to the co-opt restaurants, buy and purchase a few cows for milk, a few goats for milk and cheese, etc. We have great artisans here who know how to do these things in order to help support our local restaurants without them having to pay extreme high prices for things like milk, etc., that are about $12 a gallon right now. So that has put a big stop. It just stopped. Because that was a good $20,000 for the piece of land we were going to get. And it has a timeline because people are leaving fast here and they're selling their property off. And we needed this property so that we could build a sustainable community. We have 8 villages that rely on Juneau as a hub, and the governor closed down the ferries, so now they pulled their money together to rent a tourist boat that normally takes the tourists onto glacier tours to act as a go-between to the 8 villages to bring folks in for hospital, for shopping, for the things they rely on. And so we're trying to build an 8-9 community cooperative system here to sustain us throughout what we see as a free fall of our economy. So that really blows. I'm really angry and my heart's running too hard. But this can be done anywhere. If you have the money to spare, look around in your communities and start joining. You've got 2 hands at the end of each arm, a strong back and some legs, but you don't have any ability to work, then I suggest you find some community projects that you can help feed your children, help your elderly, help your community. That's the best we can do is to pool together our talents. There's also a building up for bid here that burned. But it's a cement and metal structure, so the only thing damaged is the interior. I'm trying to get the city to allow us to buy it as a public and make it a public building. And all of our unemployed electricians, all our unemployed carpenters, all our unemployed tradesmen can come together and help clean that up, fix it up, set it up, and make it available as housing for their families. Put to work in, get a place to live. But 5 of those apartments must be available to families who have fallen through the cracks and are about to become homeless. There are solutions
Laura,
out
do you
there.
have a web
Y'all gotta
address or
do
an email that people could write to or something so that people can contact you about this?
Sun, SUN _ Alaska ALASKA at yahoo.com. The other thing that happened yesterday, China's head of economy and Bilkin, our war criminal, met here in Anchorage because as much bluster as the president says and everybody's been saying about China, it's all bullshit. It's grandstanding. They sold off half the top of Alaska for natural gas pipelines offshore. They did this in 2016 under Obama, and they've continued it on through this administration as well as through the Trump administration. They've already built 4 years ago the landing strip and the airport up north for the Chinese workers to come here. We're doing a massive geopolitical shift, and that's why they're pointing at Russia again. It's just to keep them isolated so that we can interrupt their ability to provide gas to Germany. And we're blaming them for shit that they never did. When I laughed my ass off when I heard that old bastard Biden say that when Stephanopoulos, who is not a reporter, gave him a leading question, do you believe that Putin is evil? And of course the old fucker said yes. And then he said, well, when I met him, we looked eye to eye, and I said, you've got no soul. And he said, and Putin replied, I guess we understand each other. I want to ask everybody, when's the last time we've heard of Russia bombing anybody? How many military bases does Russia have anywhere? The entire world's empires have 58 military bases across the world. The United States has 800. We're the ones that are a dying empire. And when dying empires happen, they don't take care of their people. They don't give them money during pandemics. They don't give them health care. And they make sure that they're so unstable that the only other way that they can sustain themselves is to join the military that provides housing, food, medical, and some sort of stability. And they only get $19,000 a month, which is lower than minimum wage, to die. So we're on our last legs when it comes as an empire. And they're literally, our military bases here are all over the place in the high schools and the colleges, trying to get these kids who have not been able to go back to college, who have invested and now are in debt. We'll wipe your debt out. You come here and you do work for us. So get ready for that. But just one thing, if we can get our community stabilized, we can keep our young people out of the military, and they can all go fuck themselves. Without the bodies, without the young people, and without the people who are desperate, they have no ability to lure them in. So if you don't want war, support your local, take care of your local, take care of your young people, and they won't go. I love you guys. I know I talked too long. Bless you all. And thank you, Tim, for allowing me time to speak, and all the prayers that you all gave to me. I really appreciate it. Take good care of each other, all right?
You too now, Laura. Thank you for the phone call. Give it up for Laura, y'all. That was son_Alaska at yahoo.com. Just tweet me and I'll just retweet it. How about that? Tweet me whatever you want to tweet regarding the group, Laura, and I'll retweet it. And we'll post it also on our Patreon. It's not a big deal. Let's do that. I've been trying to tell people similar things about the military. They use our words. They take our words. They take our strong points, and then they ruin them because they start saying them. When I say they, I mean the neoliberals. Okay, so they say, "Oh, we've been so divided." Well, that's all a strategy. We know that. And one of the reasons why is that so many of people in the middle states, so many people in what they call flyover states, so many of our lower class, working class, lower to middle class white folks end up going into armed services. Well, they're fed a whole bunch of lies before they go in, man. And they want to believe it because they want to believe the ideals that this government puts forth through propaganda, through the machine, because they've risked their lives, and some of them have taken lives. You understand? Behind these things, these ideas that have been pumped into their brains as being reality, and then they find out otherwise. There has to be some bitter resentment, some frustration. I mean, Laura, you just hit on some things that are very deep, and I don't know if I could do them justice. I know they need to be expanded upon, because that's some real shit, Laura, about the numbers of young people that end up going into services. And we know the numbers of Black, Latino, white folks, working folks who go in because they can't find a job, because they don't have opportunities in their local area. They don't have job opportunities. They can't afford to go to college. I mean, even I've talked with a good friend of the show for years, and one of the running conversations is what we would have done if we would have had money for college. Like, one of my very good friends from this show, he wanted to go to college, but he was like, I had no idea if I'd have a job when I come out, and I couldn't have my parents incur all that debt. So I just took up a trade. Now, some people made the other decision, which was to go and join the armed services, to join the Navy, to join the Marines, to join the Army, Air Force. Maybe not with the intentions of actually going to war, but hey, once you're there, you're there. So, very strong statement, and of course, Laura's statement about the military bases never gets old, because it's the truth. The truth never gets old, does it? So, Laura, it's good to hear from you. Your voice sounds so strong. It sounds so strong, Laura. So, almost too strong, because I couldn't stop you. Laura, I couldn't stop her. It's like, I can't interrupt her. She hadn't called in a month, Tim. And she sounds so much better. So, Laura, thank you for calling up, and I'm glad you sound better. I'm glad you're feeling better. Shout out to your kids who have contacted us a number of times. We've corresponded, and I know they're very happy to know that you're doing well. And there it is. I'm gonna leave it there. Let me go to the next call. I talked enough. Let me go to the next call. All right, one more time for Laura, y'all. Three five two, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
My name is Gary. My comment is I love you.
All right, Gary, what's up, brother?
Me, bro. I don't know how I'm still staying up listening. I says I'm not going to call tonight. I'm tired. I'm just going to listen. And I listen to you. And it's like, how can I not call? You're keeping me alive. Hey, listen, don't worry. I'm not going to bother you for a long time. I got to be on the end of my rope. I'm at 56, 57. You don't have to worry about this going on for 10 or 20 years. All right? It's going to be hard. Not going to be around much longer. But I got to tell people, you know what? I just realized, besides all the other things that I give you pretty fucking props for, I'm like, I don't even know if I could call my own family member, my own sister. I call her. I cannot talk to her for 30 seconds without her jumping in and telling me what she thinks of what I just said. What you're doing more than anything else is you're listening to people. I just realized that today. I'm like, the most precious thing about him is that he fucking listens to people. You know how many people don't fucking have somebody to talk to that will listen to them without them interrupting every 30 seconds and say, oh, yeah. Yeah, that reminds me of something. Let me tell you about me. Okay?
Oh, man.
You, bro. All right, I'm glad you appreciate the humor in that. Tim, you appreciate the humor. But, bro, can I be honest with you? Because you know what? I think Cornel West said it best to me. I love Martin Luther King. First of all, I lived by his fucking comment my whole life. My father told me, my father came from freaking persecution, fucking shit. He said, Gary, don't ever judge any man by the fucking, any group or any label. Judge them by what they basically, he fucking put the MLK thing right in my head from fucking 8 years old. Do not judge me by anything else but the content of my character. Do not judge me by any label, by any group. Any weakling can hide behind a group. Most weaklings hide behind the flag and the cross and a fucking symbol. You want to be a strong man or a strong person in this world, don't hide behind a group. Judge everybody individually. And when we all become truly independent, the world will be a beautiful place. I will never, I've registered for an independent. It wasn't even rocket science to me when I was 18. Like, Garrett, what do you want to do? I grew up during Carter and Reagan years. I remember that pretty thing. Carter's, I remember reading in the library at in Jersey, and I was reading the freedom. She's like, 17, you're getting ready, going on 18. She's like, you're getting ready for your first vote. You're going to get to choose between Carter and Reagan. Who you like? I'm like, well, let me look into this. And I'm like, let me read about it a little bit. And I read about it. Now, Reagan had a great personality. He was Hollywood, all over show. But, bro, Jimmy was friggin' the Southern. I didn't know. But Jimmy sounded like he wanted to make marijuana legal back when I was young at 78. He was already going that way. Bro, I'm just bringing back memories. I'm saying, I remember Jimmy Carter was saying, and I will never forget it. I graduated in 82. So when would Reagan, I'll never forget, it was 1980, March 30th on my birthday, that I got the announcement over the high school speaker, the President of the United States has just been shot. That was when Hinckley took a pop at him, I think, right? Or what? Who the hell was it? But anyway, he came over the speaker. It was a big thing. And everybody's like, oh. And I was like, well, I'm not crazy about Reagan, but I don't want him to die. And the man made a great joke. He's like, I hope my surgeon's a freaking Republican. You know, so I had to give him credit. He had a great personality. Yeah, he was definitely Hollywood. He was Ronald Reagan. He was freaking a Hollywood movie star. Okay? They kind of propped up a Hollywood movie star and put him in as president of the United States. I'm saying he was a bad man, but I wasn't crazy about him. I wasn't crazy. I really knew when he became president and Nancy said to him, oh, our daughter's having drug problems. Just tell the country, Ron, say no to drugs. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Nancy, you got a problem with your daughter having a drug problem, and now you're going to take the whole fucking country fucking from one extreme to the other? We were just getting ready to legalize marijuana in 1980. That's 40. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yelling. Anyway, you control my voice now. But I remember in 1980. I'm like, are you kidding me? We were getting high. That was right at the end of fucking Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Morrison, and friggin' Janis Joplin. Right at the end of Woodstock. And don't forget, I had the brothers, because I wasn't that old, but I had brothers. I had friends that had brothers that were 5 years older than me. So I remember them telling me the stories about the prison changes and stuff like that. Anyway, get back on that. What the hell? I says that well, I think we haven't gone back.
Got to wrap it up, Gary. Got to wrap it up, brother.
Jimmy Carter was. All right, wrap it up?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I was bringing back memories going back to Woodstock days. I'll let you take it from here, my brother. I think you could do the job. I love you, and I'll check in with you again.
All right, Gary. Thanks for the phone call, brother. All right.
All right, man.
All right, man. (317) you're live, Freedom Friday. What's your name? What's your comment? 317. I don't hear anything on 317. How you doing? Hello. Cannot hear you, 317. All right. I don't know what that is. 470. You're live, 470. What's your name? What's your comment? Something going on? 470.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on? This is Damon in Atlanta.
Hey, Dave. What's
and
up,
I
man?
wanted to say shout out to Laura, Mr. and Mrs. Black, and the Wolfpack. And I wanted to talk to you about the shooter in Atlanta and how, for those who want to act like they don't know what white supremacy is, at this point they're either playing dumb or they are dumb, right? Because when you look at what happened with that situation, it's amazing, isn't it, how the cops can not fear for their lives and take this guy unarmed, unharmed. They probably took him to Burger King, McDonald's, or whatever on the way to the police station. But meanwhile, you've got black men who are unarmed, backs turned, any situation you can think of, who get shot. The cops will unload clips into the black dude, and all of a sudden, some people act like they don't see any of this. And so the whole point is the system protects those who are white. Because let's do a quick thought exercise. If a black man had shot all these people, would the police officer have said he had a bad day? No. First of all, they probably would have shot him dead. You know, you wouldn't have even heard about him being detained. He would have been dead on the site. But the fact that this white dude was able to be, they make every excuse in the world for these white dudes when they do things like this. But when it's a black guy, Tim Black, me, any black person has to basically atone for the sins of this one person. But when it's a white dude, all of a sudden it's a lone wolf incident. It's always mental health. It's always excuses that they make up for this stuff. And it's, you know, for people that don't see it, they're not going to see it, but it's clear every single time this type of stuff happens. And so I'm going to give the show back to you, Tim, but shout out to everything you do, and I'll be gone.
All right, Dave, thanks for the phone call, man, and give it up for Dave, y'all. I agree with you, Dave. I can't say, look, I don't know exactly how they captured this guy. I don't think they captured him at the scene. So I know they're going to use that as part of the reason why he's alive. But I've covered other stories. The bottom line is cops are not really afraid of other white guys. They see their brothers, they see their cousins, and see that's the root of racism, guys. There's two types of racism, okay? There's explicit and then there's implicit. Explicit means you know you're a racist. You do racist things. That's how you roll. Picture the most flamboyant, loud, jackass racist walking around yelling, throwing out the N-word, telling people to get out their country. That's explicit. Then you have implicit. Implicit is something you might not even know that you are. You just like certain things. You just figure you just have preferences. You never really consider yourself racist. You don't walk around thinking, I want to cleanse the world of all the darkies. Like, you don't walk around thinking things like that. At least, you don't. And it's hard to know that about yourself unless you get in a situation and you're like, then you have to take a look at yourself. Something happens and you're like, gosh, why did I do that? Because it's unconscious. So I want people to know that those two things do exist. There are people that pretend that it doesn't exist, but it does. These are facts. Because they want to paint everybody as either evil or a saint. Now, there's some people who are not saints or evil. They're in the middle. Or if they're evil, they don't even know they're evil. So here's the thing, guys. Some of the cops, not all the cops are flaming the worst racists in the world, but they have implicit bias. They are naturally afraid of black people. Because they grew up in America and they've got this stuff shoved in their heads that tells them that black people are so dangerous, that black people are so scary. Then ever since they were 3, they've been watching shows when a white kid is dangerous or bad, they can be reformed. All you got to do is talk to him. Maybe he just had a bad day. Because he can't be evil. He's just like my son. So this is the problem when you have implicit bias. I get upset. I want to say these people are racist. And they may be racist, but their racism could be implicit or explicit. And at the end of the day, it's dangerous to be the other. When people have guns and they have implicit or explicit biases. They put your life in jeopardy. This man killed 8 people. And I don't know if they took him out for breakfast or lunch, but I know he was having breakfast or lunch the next day. That's what I know. And I do know that there are a lot of other people who did not get that opportunity, who did a lot worse, or I'm sorry, a lot less. So we've been covering it on this channel. I did a couple segments about it already. I will continue to update you to it, what happens. And once again, our condolences to the family of those victims. This man killed those people in cold blood. It's what it is. But thank you, Dave, for calling up, my friend. Maybe somebody else will explain it a little bit better. Like I said, I've talked about it. I've done a couple videos on it. What can I say? It's a very humbling experience to know that you live in a country where cops do that. And then there were people defending that officer. Well, maybe he just had a bad, because maybe he just not a good public speaker. He didn't know what to say. What do you say about a man who guns down 8 people? And there's other people that were wounded. They just, they survived the attack. He shot people in the face and in the head, Johnson. That's what he did. And that officer knew it when he gave the press conference. And still the officer chose the words. He's having a bad day. And hey, look, I got to say this, guys. As much as people have been saying, hey, look at the Asians and how much they're getting coddled when their people get killed and this and that. Hey, man, that ain't that much coddling if the white officer come on TV and one of the officers come on the TV and say, hey, the guy who slaughtered 6 Asians was just having a bad day. I mean, goodness gracious. I hate to see what he does when he's having a really, really bad day. 573, you're live. Freedom Friday. What's your name? What's your comment? 573.
73?
Yeah, that's you, brother.
How's it going, Tim? This is Luke Kane. Thanks for taking my call. Just a few things. Man, first of all, man, that's messed up how your bank tried to play you. First of all, man, I'm mad they even tried you like that, bro. Like, for real, that's messed up. Like, and on a Friday, too, they knew what they was doing. But a few things I just wanted to mention. Shout out to Nina Turner. She put out a short but sweet post yesterday that was very poignant and to the point. Like, she just said flat out, we must go to war with white supremacy, and that's really what it is as far as in my estimation, and not just my estimation, in the estimation of a lot of people. Like, that's really what it is. Like, that is why we can't have nice things, because they hate us for whatever reason. They hate us so much that they will impoverish their own generation of descendants if they can get at enough of us. And it's sad. It really is. Like, it's infuriating, obviously, but it's also sad because, like, y'all don't even realize, like, you dehumanizing yourself by constantly trying to impress the next man or the next, constantly trying to oppress the next person. So they look at us like we are something less than human when it's with regard to our, cognitive function and our capacity to, take the reins of power in various sectors or whatever. But then they simultaneously speak as though and act as though we are the damn Wolverine when they are engaging with black people in the police. I'm like, yo, he's in handcuffs, and then you shot him a couple more times. Like, wait, what you think was gonna happen? You thought he was gonna break out of them and go into a berserker rage and like, what are we doing here? Like, policing needs to be abolished. I think that's just point blank. Period. We don't even have to really have at this point. I'm really my biggest concern with conversations around policing is, okay, if we are going to scrap it, what are our new ideas for what a peacekeeping force will look like in our communities? Like, if everybody is on the accord that we should have something, and that we should have something fundamentally different than what we got, what is it? Because, like, a lot of the community policing models that I've seen that are partnered with different municipalities and quote unquote community leaders have been, watered down at best. But a bright news thing, there's a Shaka Zulu series coming to Showtime. I know that nobody really mess with Showtime like that, but that's some good news. But that's I think that's probably the only good news I got for today. Because I did see two messed up stories though. North Carolina, they catch a 6-year-old to court for picking flowers, and they said he did injury to real.
I'm sorry, Lou. Would you say they took a 6-year-old to court for what now?
Oh, for picking flowers. He was picking tulips at the bus stop, and he got to go to court for injury to property. So that's North Carolina, and then out in Illinois, they're reporting that more than 8 of every 10 people in Illinois live in a community where lead was found in tap water of at least one home during the past 6 years, according to a new analysis by the Chicago Tribune. Sorry for being long-winded, but it was just a lot of stuff to get out. Love your show, love your work. Everybody take it easy.
Man, look, brother, give it up for Lou Kang, my brother. Thank you for the information, Lou. I'm going to look at those stories, Lou. Thank you for bringing them to my attention, fam, because I had not heard of those stories. I like covering smaller stories like that because sometimes things get so damn sensationalized, and I can ground it with real stories that those stories are so preposterous it almost seems fake, especially the flowers. Picking flowers. Okay, I'm going to go to the next call. Did I lose my... No, I got a 574. Okay, so let me go here first. I'm going to go to 828. 828, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment? 828.
Hey, Tim. It's Mo. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm going to see if I can hear you. Can you? I'm vertical, and I'm grateful to be vertical, and I'm very humbled by Laura's call, Gary's call, and the last two gentlemen. And it totally changed what I wanted to say. I just want to give a shout out to Atlanta, because when I had to go through Atlanta recently 3 times to see my mom and on the way to her funeral, I just wanted to tell you guys in Atlanta and every person of beautiful chocolate hues that y'all have carried me my entire life with inspiration. And if it weren't for you guys, I would never have survived my parents. So I want to give a shout out to every person of color in this nation who has inspired me to keep on keeping on. Because right now, starting the business, all of that's out of the water. I'm dead in the water, sitting on top of the mountain waiting for the world to blow up and wondering why people can't get along with each other. And I had the same thing as you with the credit card fraud. I'm ready to leave civilization and go where there are no white people, because I can't communicate online. I can't stand online. I just want to go back to the communities we lived in the 70s and back to the land communities. I'm really, at 64, growing to be a horrible cynic, and I don't think we need to put our reliance on anybody but ourselves, because to me, in 64 years, 65 this year, white people have proven to me, especially half my family, that they're evil. And I only trust Cherokee, black people, anybody of color. I do not trust white people. I've seen them treat the disabled in North Carolina, which is not a democracy, and in Asheville especially, as one of the most corrupt towns I've ever seen in my life. I hope the FBI takes it apart forever. But it's hell out there for people like Laura and other disabled people. Thank God she has family, because there's a hell of a lot of disabled people since COVID that are just not even getting services up here in North Carolina. And taking care of my mentally ill son, I could keep you guys on the phone for hours, but I just want y'all to know I have a lot of empathy for everything everybody's going through. But right now, I'm taking myself offline altogether for a while. I'm paying too much for the service, and I need to work on the garden, and I'll be back in the winter. Because that's about all I can do right now is take care of the son and grow vegetables and It's a pretty hopeless situation. But when I went to Atlanta, I was treated like a human being and was so grateful to be around people who know what it's like to go through hell. They know, and they treat you as you treat them. I've lived in Atlanta for 20 years, never had a single problem. I had one problem on the trip, and it was a white driver who was bullying disabled people. And this lovely gentleman that manages the Greyhound in Atlanta came up to me and he said, I know he's going to get fired. I see your spirit. And the gentleman's name was Marcus, I think. But God, I love those people. And I love those people at Waffle House that kept us all night while we were waiting for the megabus. I mean, I'm serious. If it weren't my brothers and sisters of color, I'd be dead right now. So God bless you all for all you've put up with. You've given me inspiration. You've kept me going. And every time I think I'm going to complain, I look around me and I read the books that I've got, and I remember Dr. King and Malcolm X, which I just reread his autobiography. That inspires me. So get a library card, y'all, who are poor like me, and go read about other people's suffering. It'll keep you going. I love you all, and don't bank online. Use PayPal, because they will fraud you if they can. They're targeting poor people because they can. It's called Citizens United, the corporations rule. Love you, Tim. God bless you. Take care, everybody.
Wow, Mo, come on now. Take a break, but come back, because you got an amazing spirit, sister, and we got to have you in the community. We can't just let you walk off like that. But definitely do what you need to do for self-care. Just know that we're going to miss you, and we can't wait for you to come back. And look, you're not the only one that uses inspiration from various sources to keep you going. I mean, I do the same thing, and I'm black. I can't tell you how many times when I'm feeling down, I think about what my ancestors been through, and I go, you know what? I can't even complain, dog. I mean, I can, but they would look at me like, for real, you complaining about this? You were really complaining that, oh, such and such said a bad thing about you in the video. Oh. What's the video, Tim Black? What's a tweet? What's a subscriber? You can hug your wife and no one else can just take her from you? You know where your kids are? What? And you are complaining? For real? That's what we're doing now. You have a form of a business. It's not doing what you think it should do. All these reasons. Oh, I know, things are not equal. Oh, welcome to America, Tim Black. Welcome to America. How long you been here? You been here for a while, Tim? Thought you knew this by now. Want to switch places? Want to switch times, Tim? Want to switch times? Come on. So I use those thoughts to keep me going. And the fact that you do the same thing just means we have more in common than people think, you know? And yeah. I'm gonna go to the next call. You guys keep your heads up, man. I know it's rough times for a lot of folks. You know, everybody's not becoming a billionaire. You know, Kanye West, his sales of his Yeezy brand went up 31% during the pandemic. That means people took their money and went and bought Yeezys during the pandemic. I mean, what other planet was he selling them to? There's people on Mars wearing Yeezys? I don't think there are, Johnson. So the whole globe was going through a pandemic, and his sales went up 31% during the pandemic. He don't sell food. He sell overpriced gym attire. Athletic wear is what they call it. I'm going to go to the next call. I got a 408 number in the house. I think that's my brother, but I like to make sure. 408, how you doing?
Hey, what's up? It's Alex from Berkeley.
Alex from Berkeley.
Hey,
What's
Tim.
up, Alex?
Hey, man, I hate you got robbed. That's wrong. That's effed up. I got some homies from Berkeley that could help you with that, but yeah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's so wrong. Like, I hope you get, your just desserts on that one. I want to talk about something about healthcare. Biden is completely weak. The Democrats just spent $52 billion to subsidize COBRA. And for those of you who don't know, that's insurance benefits for 1.3 million people until September. Now let's do some math. That's $40,000 per person for less than 6 months of health insurance. Most countries spend $5,000 to $6,000 per person per year for universal health care. So do you understand that? It's not really a matter of how much is it. It's never been, can we afford it? It's always been most Democratic politicians and every single Republican takes money from for-profit health insurance companies, big pharma and special interests with a vested interest in keeping these systems and the status quo the same because they're getting phenomenally wealthy. The whole point of our system is it's a scam within a scam on top of a scam, like Game of Thrones. Everybody's conning everybody. This was a huge topic in the 2020 election, and let me remind everyone, our great leader Joe Biden ran on the public option early in his campaign, already unpopular and undemocratic since 80% of the Democratic Party voters were for Medicare for all, single payer. And Biden took the halfway easy way out and called for public option, which is already bad. Like it's the bare minimum, really. In the first debate, he said we need to reform the healthcare system and make a public option. Now a public option already takes it takes our healthcare system and makes a two-tiered system so that, the rich people get a very well-funded system and the poor people just have to, hope that it works out. But has anyone heard anything from Joe on that? Anyone at all? Anyone hear him? Like, where's he at? He said he'd do the bare minimum and instigate a public option, and shocker, he's nowhere to be found on that issue. Not anymore. Healthcare back in my day, Jack, you got sick, you ate Brussels sprouts, Jack. They tasted terrible, but you didn't eat them like a real man. You die like a dumb man. Yeah, and of course, nobody's holding him accountable in the media, like good little boys and girls. They said nothing. Anybody here, nobody's heard anything. Because just like on the campaign trail, he's nowhere to be found. The Republicans, their solution is, let's do nothing, and how about you fuck off? They all stand in solidarity together behind that mindset, Don't get sick, and if you do, just die over there. Just die quickly. We don't care that 40 to 60K people die every year. I hate that we didn't kill the pharmaceutical industry when we could. Canada killed their pharmaceutical industry. They have universal health care. They killed it back in the 20s, and we didn't. And now we're paying the consequences. The health insurance industry is an unnecessary middleman mafia that provides you with care, and we could just get rid of them. Like, we don't need them. They hold zero value. It's a scam. They're making bank off of the vaccine. Like, apparently a new third COVID shot is being talked about in the works because apparently it's safer to get three. It's 3 shots in addition to quote unquote regular yearly boosters. Well, when that starts to materialize, they have the right to set prices and distribute those drugs with our tax money. We fund these vaccines and they swoop in and buy out the rights to it and then sell it back to us and price gouge us. They jack up the price, and it's phenomenally corrupt and backwards, and they bought the politicians. Politicians are no help. Big Pharma has donated to both parties, individual politicians, and they give them anything they want. And what have I said before? It's the Super Bowl, and whoever wins, they get $1 million. So when they're in power, they'll just rig the rules in their favor. So, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. You want a new tax break? You want a new subsidy? Well, here you go, right? And these bastards are looking at a third COVID shot as an opportunity to make money. We've got to nationalize Big Pharma and remove these insurance companies. And that's all I wanted to say about that. Thank you for having me again, Tim. I'll see you later.
You got it, folks. Alex from Berkeley, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. Feel better, though, for some reason. I get mad when Alex calls because he says some shit that pisses me off, but somehow I feel a little bit better. 561, you're live. Freedom Friday. What's your name? What's your comment? 561.
Hey, Tim. It's Ty from South Florida.
Ty, what's up, brother?
I want to expand a little bit on just some thoughts about the Georgia guy and all of that going on. I don't understand how mass shooters are so much different than suicide bombers. I mean, they know there's no chance of living a normal life when they're through. It's of course what he did was racist. It was definitely racism. There was also a Christian fundamentalism aspect to it. Or I guess you could call it Christian terrorism, because when brown people do it, they call it Muslim terrorism or Muslim terrorists. So I just don't understand how the two are any different. You know, when he did it, he has a bad day. But if somebody that looks like me did it, they call him a Muslim terrorist. Or we'd go to war with an entire country and then call the whole country that. I mean, how is the guy in Georgia raised on the same biblical text as the majority of Americans are? Does that mean all the Americans are Christian terrorists? No. So just because some people that are very extreme, you know, maybe across the world, how do we just lump them all together like that? And that's all I had to say. That these people are, you know, they're Christian terrorists. They need to be seen as what they are, so we can root out all this negative stuff that's turning these kids like that. Dylan Roof, I mean, the same guy, the other guy that shot up the Parkland school, the guy that did the Vegas thing. It's all the same. It's all the same. I don't know. It's hard to articulate, I guess, because I can't get inside of their heads. But I don't know. Hopefully, other people see it too. That they're all a byproduct of the same thing. They're not just individual radicals. So, thank you for letting me ramble and have my time. I appreciate it.
No problem, Ty. What's up, brother? Thank you. Who cares what that guy's name is? I forget what his name is. My bad, guys. Long something's his name, Ty. I forget his name. But yeah, it's just, you know, they don't classify him as terrorist. Because he didn't have a political motive. He's a terrorist, damn it. That's what he is. He's terrorizing us. Yeah, but there has to be a through line with these guys, right? A through line that's something that's consistent with them. And yeah. You know, yeah. I'm gonna go next call though. 917. 917, you're live, Freedom Friday. What's your name? What's your comment?
Yo, Tim, it's your boy Sam in New York City, man. Can you hear me all right?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm good. Oh, so much to talk about, so little time. I'll just say this real quick. The point that one of the callers was making about the whole vaccine, actually, there are a few countries that actually stopped shipping, I think it's, AstraZeneca, because they were having a few side effects, and yet, they're actually importing the Russian vaccine because you only need one shot, and a a lot of countries are like, yeah, that's great, because they had like a 96% success rate. We're at like 92. But remember, they're like the root of evil. But real quick, I was going to disagree with you when you were talking about Biden when he was arguing with that guy because he wanted to prove he's young when he was talking with Fat. I don't think it was because he wanted to prove he's young. I think he's just talking a big game because he's got Secret Service around him. You could talk a big game when you got guys with guns standing right behind you. That's the easiest thing to do. That's called the gang leader. That requires no effort at all. Guarantee you, if those guys said, no, we're going to step back, I don't care how big that man was. One punch, that dude's going down. All right. But to your point about, like, is anyone surprised Biden's continuing the drug war? I mean, this is a dude who's been in politics working with segregationists, okay? This dude was around during the Nixon when he started the war on drugs. And I don't know how many of you callers know this, but it was openly admitted, excuse me, it was openly admitted as to why Nixon did this war on drugs. The aide said, I'm trying to like find the quote, I had to load it up, and now I can't find it. He openly admitted and said, yeah, the war on drugs was because we knew we couldn't make the left and the anti-war our direct enemies. So we purposely, created a war in which we could associate weed with the hippies and a crime rate with blacks. And as long as we kept this on the news, Americans were going to associate the two. Did we know what we were doing was wrong? Yes. But we did it anyway. That was the point. So this idea of that, anyone would be surprised that Biden would continue it, I guarantee you Biden was probably like cheering this thing on. There's no doubt in my mind. And I will say this though. Okay, let's say that's the federal level. That if you admit about weed, you gotta leave. Okay, that's fine, fair enough. So does Kamala Harris work from home, or does she have to resign? Because I believe it was the morning breakfast, didn't she say, "Oh, I'm Jamaican, I smoked." I'm just asking. I'm wondering if like that would be the great question some reporter should have asked the White House press secretary. Be like, okay, so when does the vice president resign or work from home? I mean, she openly admitted I smoked weed. So real quick though, like when you're talking about what are we number one in? Well, Tim, the U.S. is number one in prisons and the military budget. That's what we're number one in. That's it. That's the only things we're number one in. And I think the number of people who believe in angels, but that one I'm not sure. But and then what we're talking about with the increase in Asian crime rate. I mean, the fact that the media doesn't realize their double standard is overwhelming. You can't talk about how, oh my God, our sympathy with the Asian American community. Oh my God, I can't believe they're suffering. And then literally you could watch the next 10 minutes and it's like, coming up on CNN, our Cold War with China, is China ready to invade? It's like, you're not seeing the link here, right? You haven't grasped this stuff? You really? It's not sinking in here. But I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean, I was having a conversation with somebody who thinks like, yeah, no, I'm well-rounded. I said, all right, I'll give you, he's like, oh, I watched 60 Minutes. I said, really? He said, yeah, I explained, like, I can't believe we had to bomb Syria. And I was like, so it made sense to you, a group, supposedly people in Iraq who hated our invasion there attack. And since we can't attack the Iraqi military itself, we're gonna bomb a group in Syria because they may have an association with that group in Iraq who's funded by Iran. That all made sense to you. Yeah. And just they'll stare at you with a blank face. I'm like, this is, as Noam Chomsky said, manufacturing descent. It's so easy. It's the easiest thing to just pull people over people's eyes and don't even realize it. But I'm gonna wrap it up, and as always, I'm gonna keep calling every week because this goes into the next point of why you need to do that soul hour. I keep pitching, man. You need to have people on. You need to bring on guests. I'm gonna keep pitching it. I'm already like doodling some designs for it. But and I say this because like you should have a panel. You, Dr. West, Nina Turner. I think Nina would be a great addition, just in the sense of I wouldn't doubt even when she wins, not if she wins, when she wins, she would definitely want to do it because Nina's always down for the people. And you're going to need that that rock that you could provide, which is don't get sucked into that bubble. Again, I feel like AOC went in with the best of intentions, but the minute you go in there and you're talking about Mama Bear Pelosi, they got you. That's the bubble. They sucked you right in. There's no coming out of that. I mean, we can have conference calls through Zoom, but somehow you have to be there to cast a vote. Like, I think the minute you could pop that Washington bubble, where you keep the Congress people in their states and yet they could vote, I don't know, via computer or whatever. I mean, it's a vote yes, vote no. Then you might actually be able to break that bubble.
Interesting.
Sorry, now I just activated my Alexa device. Hold on. Alexa, computer, shut up. God damn, that thing's annoying. But anyway, man, I'm going to keep doing it because there's a lot of stories out there. I mean, you're one of the few people who talk about this stuff, but like many people don't know that the like Aaron Mate's in the Gray Zone, they just were exposing how the OPCW covered up or made a false allegation on the weapons thing. That's why I'm going to keep pressing you, man. You got to have these people around. You got to start doing these hours, man. You got to expand it out. But that's your show. But I'm gonna keep bugging you once a week, every week. Anyway, I don't want to keep up more of your time, man. Keep rocking it, Tim.
All right, brother. Thanks for the call. Give it up for Sam, y'all. Yeah, man. Let me go back up here and grab this caller. 574, you're live. 574, you there?
574, you hear me, Big Tim?
Yeah, what's happening, brother? What's going on?
Hey, bro. All right. Hey, first and foremost, man, I'm a poor white kid from South Bend, Indiana. First, I want to apologize for Pete Buttigieg. That was not our fault. Not my fault, personally, at least. Anyway, my best friend in the world is a black kid. I'm not going to name his name. I'm even a little bit hesitant to leak this information out a little bit, but I want to give you guys a little bit of hope and goodwill. Okay, his sister went to Yale Law School. His dad was a judge who sat upon a certain county's felony judge circuit in a county in northern Indiana, which is very democratic, okay? He and I are working with his sister and dad, who, like I say, his sister went to Yale Law School and his dad is a judge, okay? His dad said that when the Chauvin case comes down, it's going to be open and shut because it's going to come down to the police handbook saying, well, hey, you know what? This is what the police handbook said, and they're going to walk, okay? The second that shit happens, and pardon my language, he and I and his sister and a group of about 50 people we got here, a bunch of local activists, some of which are Mexican dudes, some of which are Asian people, some of which are white people. We are going to bring absolute hell. We are going to rain hellfire upon them. And if I, as a white kid that grew up in a family that made $20,000 or less their whole life, if I have to sit in a jail cell like the people in Birmingham, like the kids in Birmingham in the 50s and 60s, I will sit in that jail cell, Tim. I will sit in that jail cell. And I'll tell you what, there are millions of us like this. Not this, I know you guys' main kind of talking point tonight is this guy that went around and did all this shit to the Asian people, which again is egregious. He's a terrorist. He is no better than the 9/11 attackers. It's disgusting to me, but we are going to bring some serious shit to him. Not like these protests where, you know, they demarcate the lines of where you can go and stand and everything like that. No. We are going to be going into the courts. We're going to be, getting FAOI information into that. We're already looking into the Breonna Taylor thing. We're looking into the George Floyd thing more than anything because, as I said, his dad, who was a judge, said with just, no problem, say, oh, yeah, they're going. They're walking, period. And like I say, I grew up with this kid. He had a privileged, way more privileged life than me, to be honest with you. But he is black. And he told me, we had a very serious conversation the other day. During the 4 years of the Trump presidency, and I'll tell you what, probably even in the Biden presidency, because those guys didn't go away, okay? He walks around and he doesn't know and it's not a violence thing, he just doesn't know what's going to happen. He can't go to Walmart and go buy groceries and not know what's going to happen to him. And the fact that my best friend in the world has to go and do that, I will go sit in a jail cell all day long. I will go get picked up by those the people in Portland, that got thrown in those cars, those unmarked vehicles. I'll do that all day long, Tim. No problems, no questions asked, and I am there. And there are thousands of us and millions of us across this country that are just waiting for the opportunity to do that, Tim. You hear me?
Yes, I heard you, brother. And all right, give it up for the caller calling in, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that. But I hear you. I don't know exactly what that means, but I think you should leave it there because we don't want them to come get you early. Damn, Johnson. First time I heard someone say that they thought that those policemen were going to walk because of procedural technicality. I never heard that before, Johnson. All right, Johnson, maybe I need to look into that because I want to have people prepared, if anything, I don't want people being broadsided by that, man, who are blindsided by that. 847, you're live, Freedom Friday. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hey, 847, first time caller, long time listener. My name is Robert P. from Chicago area.
90
Just real
seconds.
quick, I caller with the Chicago pipes, lead pipes. I appreciate that. And that all happened a long time ago, about 100 years ago, where he put a low bid and another person just was like, hey, I got these lead pipes and they have a history of poisoning people, but I'll give it to you on the cheap. What do you think? And one rich guy looked at another rich guy and they said, they shook hands, high-fived, had a dinner about it, and now 100 years later we have a bad crime rate, poisoned children, et cetera, et cetera.
60
appreciate
seconds.
that call. Also, Lake Michigan, fun fact, it's one of the most polluted and pharmaceuticals. That means the drugs that we take for our medicines, they go into our sewer system and they end up in our water and stuff. Maybe I could drink some Michigan water and it'd be like 3 Viagra pills. I've tried it, it doesn't work. I just want to point out about the Asian hate. I grew up with a lot of Laos people. They came because of the Vietnam War. They're refugees and they moved to this country, opened up businesses, became a lot of nurses. You have people who are rappers and musicians. One of them that, I used to write music with the guy because he just he really helped me out, encouraged me, and they were joining the military at that. And just with the Chinese hate, I don't even have to bring out what's going on with the TV and everything and how that got spun out of control. Even though the Spanish flu started in Tennessee in an American Army base, and we called it the Spanish flu because the Spanish were the first to say, "Hey, we found something here. What's going on?" And then we were like, "Hey." The first one, whoever smelt it, dealt it. And another thing is I used to work a lot in manufacturing, being mold makers. My dad had a good living on it, my brother. And right now there's no jobs. All the places are closing. And you hear the same thing with all these machinists who in the 70s and 80s, it was a really respected job. They're saying the same thing. The Chinese fault. The Chinese are low bidding us. They're taking our work. They're doing this. And I would just say, the Chinese guys didn't come here and take your project. It was your boss. He sold it to him. He gave it to him. He outsourced it. He made more money. And I understand the boss maybe had a reason for doing that, but working at a big corporation, they didn't have to do that. And they're talking about people taking, the plans, the blueprints, you know what I mean, the technology. Well, Apple's over there. I mean, how hard is it if they really wanted to spy, if they really want to take it? It's Apple's giving it to them. You just got one disgruntled employee be like, and they're all disgruntled because they're being worked so bad. And, you know, I just want to say the Chinese hate has been a long time. Before that, I'm talking against it. And real quick, I just want to talk about the $15 minimum wage and the woman who downvoted it. A lot of the people who need the minimum wage, just in my experience, are women immigrants. And I just got a real problem with people. They have overtime dependence, so they don't get to spend time with their family. That's the word that I'll just use, overtime dependence, where they have to work the 60 hours. They have to work the 50 hours. If they have 40 hours, it's like, oh, isn't that great? You get to have a picnic with your kid. They're like, no, it's not, because I have to buy the food on that table. And originally 40 hours was supposed to be 8. 8 hours sleep, 8 hours work, 8 hours to you. And then you could, you know, use that 8 hours of free time for a business, and you can make your own money and start your own thing. But now with overtime dependence, you can't do that. So I just want to say a lot of the immigrant people, they benefit from that. Even myself, I'm low skilled. And every time a place I go, it's like, hey, I'm making the same wage I made when I was 18 years old. What? And I'm in my 30s. What? What's going on here? So I just want to say thanks for the time. Thanks for hearing me out. I hope I can call back some other time. And I really appreciate that Laura was here and that all your callers. And I'm going to get out of here. You have a great night. Thank you, Mr. Black.
And you got it, Robert. Thanks for calling, man. Good first call for Robert, y'all. Give it up. That's right, man. It's not easy. Not easy calling up first time, man. It's hard, man. And you call up, you know people are listening to you. It's a nerve-wracking thing. You did a good job, Robert. I used to tell people on my job all the time, back when I was in IT, right? Sometimes there'd be resentment about some people that got hired, and it was typically not because of race or gender or orientation. It'd just be because somebody didn't know shit. Because there's a lot of nepotism in like government contracting. If you knew somebody from another contract, or it might be a cousin of somebody's, or a brother or brother-in-law, or whatever have you. So that would be the situation where I was at. And I just had to tell the guys, like, look, he may suck, but you got to remember, he didn't hire himself. Yeah, he might not know anything, but someone gave him the job. And that person that gave him the job is the person you need to be mad with, not him. What's he supposed to be like? No, I can't take this job that you gave me, because the people that might already work there that I don't know might be mad. That shit don't even make sense, Johnson. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that ain't how it works. But we tend to do it, and it keeps happening, and people, instead of looking beyond it, man, they instead of looking at like the motives behind the narratives that are painted by media, the narratives that are set up that pit us against each other on these issues, people just want to stay angry, man. And then we got these voices that continue to pick at the scab without having any real solutions. They pick at the scab. Their job is to pick at the scab. That's it. They don't do anything else. So I have a problem with that. But thank you for the phone call, Robert, because I think it's important. 317. I think I tried you earlier, 317. Let me make sure. 317, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment? (317) All right. That's it then. I don't know what to say, John. I don't know what to say. Good enough for everybody that called in tonight. We did good. People called in, they got their, they made their comments. They said things that were important tonight. I respect the hell out of the phone calls tonight. And we didn't have a single troll tonight. That's correct. Give it up for no troll night on the Tim Black Show. I ain't scared of trolls. We deal with them when they come through. I just prefer trolls that are actually funny. That's all. You know? Trolls can lift the mood and change. Like, everyone has their purpose. So if you're a troll, be a good troll. Be a troll that breaks the monotony. You know, there used to be trolls. I used to have the best trolls. I had trolls that called up. I had a harmonica man. All through 2016, a guy would call up and be like, I'd be like, hello, such and such, phone number, whatever, whatever, and they would just start playing the harmonica. They never said anything. They just play. Just play the harmonica. Had somebody would call up and sing. These people, they were trolling. That's not what the show is for. But they were entertaining. They were entertaining. They were interesting. What happened to them? I had a guy who used to call up and he would do voice impressions. You know, that was trolling, but, you know, I guess things changed. People got angry, more frustrated. They moved on with life. Maybe they got their own reality shows. I don't know what happened. Got picked up, got locked up. I don't know what happened, you know? But now we got these low budget trolls. Call them with really bad jokes. But I want to go to the comment section now, man. I noticed that some people really stepped up tonight, and I want to give it up for these people. Let me read the comments, guys, on Facebook and YouTube, all the Tim Black Wolfpack. I want to remind everybody, if you liked the show tonight, which I really hope you did, become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack if you can, because we're trying to build a community, and we're building that community one brick at a time with great people. And we want to do more to change the narrative. And we're looking to work collectively as a group on projects. That's our goal. So I want to give it up for those people. Don't forget, go to jointimblack.com to become a member for starting at only $5 a month. That's all you can do? Fine. Go to timblacktv.com or go to jointimblack.com and join up. I'm on Patreon, I'm on PayPal, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook. Whatever you prefer. All of those are entities that are reliable, that I've never had somebody say they got hacked from. I don't know what happened to me, but I'll try to find out soon. So let's check out our people, man. We got some people that have been donating to the show tonight, and I really appreciate it. We Curry Signs donated to the show tonight. Thank you, We Curry Signs. Tito Hornbuckle became a member tonight. Welcome to the Johnsons, Tito. Tony DeMio said, hey, Tim, you following Justin Jackson? I don't know who that is. I don't think so. Any relation to Tito Jackson? Silly Boo says, it's like that now, Tim. You skip me in your shout-outs. That's okay. I love you anyway. Keep up the good reporting work. Thank you, Silly Boo. Hey, give it up for Silly Boo. Hey. If me skipping you encouraged you to give me support the show, I need to skip you every time, man. Don't get me started. Don't. If I wouldn't, look, you just gave this show. Give it up for Silly Boo one more time, y'all. I'm joking. No, I didn't do that on purpose. I'm just, my eyesight ain't the best, and I'm moving quick, and I got screens, and it's crazy. Not for you, silly. I wouldn't do you like that. I'm your brother. Sheldon Hughes in the house. What's up, Sheldon? Tito Hornbuckle gave the show, said, damn online bank, Johnson's. Right, Tito. Thank you, brother. Tito putting it in already, man. Thanks, man. Johnson's in the house. I'm going to be on their ass Monday. Roger Meadows. Tim going to get his Samuel Jackson medieval on the mofo tonight. I was prepared to. And look, man, Roger, it ended up being a night I didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? So I got to save it. I got to bottle it up. I like to keep my ex. I need it. Kiss me on my toes, on the edge, right where I need to be. The Heat, Al Pacino, talking to his girl. Remember that? Kiss me loose, on the edge, right where I need to be. Anthony Lamar became a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. Give it up for Ant, dog. Anthony, thank you, sir. Respect. Tony D in the house. Thank you, Tony D. My man Keith Watson came through. Oh, Weston. Keith Weston, I've seen Keith Weston in the chat, all right? He became a Wolfpack member, and ever since he's been coming up, he's been showing up a lot, and he made a major donation tonight, and he also says, peace, TB, and the Wolfpack Nation. Keep speaking truth to power, big bro. Wolfpack Nation, Freedom Friday Johnsons, Tim Black Show, stay grinded. Man, Keith, man, you don't know, brother. You don't even know, fam. Thank you so much, man. Supporting the show, man. Thank you, sir. All right, so Circle Nation came through with a donation. What's up, Circle Nation? Give it up for Circle Nation. Give it up for Circle Nation became a member, and they gave a donation. Look at this, man. Roger says, 6th attempt at recalling Newsome. 6th term. 6th time? Roger like, man, they ain't gonna give it to that dude, man. His hair, he got too much hair. They don't get rid of guys with hair like that. Now, bald-headed brother, they get rid of him in 2 weeks. Levon Huey says, you are the king of late night. You picked up with Johnny Carson, David Letterman, Jay Leno, Conan O'Brien, and Arsenio left off. My brother, Levon Huey. Man, I try to keep it golden. You know what I'm saying? Keep it fresh, keep it interesting, keep it relevant. Have some ethics, be serious, but be a little light. It's a lot I'm trying to do at one time, you feel me? But I thank you, Levon, for recognizing the work we put in. You know, I'm just going to keep going. You know the coldest thing? Do anybody remember that story that Dave Chappelle told about Netflix or about HBO? Was it HBO? Yeah, HBO. He was saying he pitched a deal to HBO, and they didn't just say they passed on it, but they rubbed it into him, like they rubbed it in like they were really vicious. So he went to meet with them. He pitched them a deal for the Dave Chappelle show, and they were like, what do we need you for? Get out of here. We don't need you. We got people. I had a similar situation. Yeah, I had a similar situation. And I want so badly to get this person back. His name, what is this guy's name? I want to get this guy's name. I'm going to make sure I get his name right, man. I want to put his name out there. I want him to know I know who he is. Shit. Hold on, guys. I want this guy. I bet I got his name wrong. Got him. So, here we go, guys. So we know the story about Dave Chappelle, right? You guys got a couple seconds? Let me do this right. So we all know the story of Dave Chappelle. Well, Dave Chappelle does this on one of his recent comedy stand-ups. He talks about what happened with him with HBO Max. He says, yo, back when I was trying to pitch the Dave Chappelle show, I went to HBO Max. At the time, it wasn't HBO Max, it was HBO. And I pitched the deal to him. And instead of them just being like, hey, thank you for coming in. This is good work, but we're not interested. Good luck with your career. Instead, they were like, what do we need you for? Get out of here. We'll never need you. You suck. Instead of treating me like a human being, they treated him horrible. And it was unnecessary. I had a similar circumstance come up recently. So, when I'm doing a show, whatever, right? I'm always thinking, okay, Tim, you're not getting no younger. What are we trying to do? Well, I really like doing my show. And since I like to stay independent, I'm not looking for jobs. Like, I'm not knocking on doors saying, hey, can I come be in your program? Hey, can I be on the show? Hey, can you let me? I'm looking for an opportunity. My first inclination is to look for an opportunity where I can just take the show I have and do it somewhere else. I want to take the audience I've already built up with me and my 36 million views and just do it somewhere else. I got to imagine there are people with shows on platforms that don't have 36 million views, like this show has. So, K Lovejoy, which does a lot of my, reaching out, a lot of my scheduling, she reached out to some people in Sirius FM, or Sirius XM, I should say, Sirius XM. And there was somebody by the name of Rory Belfie. And she reached out to Rory Belfie because he does something with programming. And she said, hey, Rory Belfie, my name's K Lovejoy. I represent Tim Black. Tim Black has 36 million views. He does this show and blah, blah, blah. And instead of Rory being like, hey, oh, okay, well, great. I'm so sorry, K Love. I appreciate you taking the time to write me. But unfortunately, I don't really see a fit for us. Good luck with your show. Be easy. Rory was like, I could never use his shit. I don't like what he does. He sucks. I can't see any way possible for me using him on anything that we do here at Sirius. And when he said that, Kay was like, well, is there anyone else at Sirius that maybe I could talk to who maybe is not in your division? He wouldn't even write it back. So, here's the thing. Rory, you're an asshole. I'm not going to say you're a racist, but I got a feeling when I look through Sirius FM and I see who has shows in the news section, because this one guy is over all news at Sirius. So anything news, talk news related, got to go through this one guy. I'm going to look through, Rory. I'm going to look through. I'm going to see how many black shows owned and operated by black independent media are on Sirius FM. Because I got a feeling it's nothing personal. Because I've had Michael Moore, Senator Nina Turner, Ro Khanna, actor-director Bill Duke, Marianne Williamson, political candidate for vice president, Andrew Yang, all types of activists and all these people on my show. I got a feeling it's not me personal. I got a feeling your decision for why you would never, ever, ever even consider me on anything related to Sirius has something to do with something besides the quality of this show that I stated. As I stated, we got at least 36 million views just on YouTube. That don't count Facebook or any other platform that we're on. Shit, I got one piece of content on Facebook that's got 4 million views by its damn self. I'm not even counting my Facebook numbers. Some people only got their content on Facebook. And hell, I probably got more views on Facebook. I just don't add them up. I don't count those. I'm going to look into you, Rory Belfie of Sirius FM, XM, Sirius Radio. I'm going to look into you, brother. And I'm going to make you my project to find out if it's possible maybe Sirius should think about diversifying their staff. Now, I could be wrong. You could be a great, diversive guy. You could be really nice guy. You could really give the blacks a chance to be a part of news on your station. But I'm going to look and see. Like I said, I could be wrong, Johnson. You could have a whole pack load of black folks killing it on XM who own their shows, who aren't just talkers on someone else's show owned by some white guy Nah, who don't just come in. You know, we got a couple black guys in independent media. They go on other people's platforms. Their platform ain't really shit, but they're going on other people's platforms, and white people keep bringing them on and letting them go on their shows, but their platform never gets to grow. They don't get to grow, and they don't get to have their own shit. I'm going to look into you, Roy Belfie of SiriusXM, and just look and see. Because maybe sometime, and this has been my experience, same thing happened with Ring of Fire. Sometimes when I kick down a door, they don't give me the seat, to give to somebody else. Back before Ring of Fire had any black people on it, that's what I did to Ring of Fire. I went at them about their lack of diversity, and I hammered their ass. And 2 months later, they had a black correspondent. I'm not taking any bows. Maybe it was just a coincidence. Give it up for that. Oh. ORYBELFI. Rory Belfie. If you get a chance, folks, say hello to him. He's a hell of a guy. I probably got a couple more comments I want to get to before the night's over. Just want to make sure. Shout out to Nisi Moby in the house. Thank you, Nisi. I appreciate you. She says, woke up just in time. I stopped just in time, Johnson. Roger Meadows says, Tim, Laura is right. Worker comps replace corporations. Michael Hero. Give it up for Michael Hero. Luke King in the house with the great cause. Kim in the house. Kim, sister. Give it up for Kim, y'all. And Luke King. Kim and Luke King. One more time. Thank you, Kim, for calling up. I know we had a slight misunderstanding the other day, but as I stated before, that was my bad, sister. No disrespect. No disrespect. Things happen when I'm reading things, I'm assuming stuff. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Tony D is in the house. What did Tony say? Tony DeMio. Sometimes it's hard to... Why'd you unfollow me, Tim? Just wondering if I did something. I don't know who you are. I know who you are here. I don't know who you are. I don't know. GM me, Kim, because I don't know. I handle 90%, maybe 95% of my social. Sometimes I get a little bit of help from K-Love, but most of it's me. So let me know what account that is. Does this have the same name as you have here? Because if not, probably wouldn't know if it was you. Let me know, Kim. Now, I was just talking about the comment yesterday when about the phone call about the shooter in Atlanta. But no, I didn't. We'll get it squared away. No big deal. We get it squared away. Hit me up. If it's Twitter, if you've already been following me, you should be able to DM me, and I'll correct it. See, she didn't go make a 13-minute video. Woo! Wow. See what I'm saying? She just hit me up and said, hey, Tim, you don't follow me. What happened? Everything cool? She didn't go make a 13-minute video calling me a scoundrel and how I don't support independent media because I unfollowed him. Even though he's one guy out of a 4-man staff. But I'd still follow this show. Just unfollowed him, who was retweeting tweets that were attacking me. It is what it is, Johnson. Sky ain't for poetry. Oh, okay. Sky ain't for poetry. I don't know. Let me see what happened. I'll look into it. Sky ain't for poetry. I don't know. Did we have beef? I'm Tim Black, guys. Find me at Real Tim Black on Facebook and Twitter. Also find me on Tim Black at Night as Tim Black at Night on Instagram. That's it. Tim Black at Night on Instagram. Real Tim Black on Facebook and Twitter. That's it, guys. Remember, man, don't let nobody take your cornbread. You got to fight back. You got to push back. Let Roy Belfry, I said what's up. Let him know I said what's up. If you get a chance. He's probably the type of scumbag who's very careful not to have social media accounts. But you know, it is what it is, Johnson. That's it, guys. Have a great weekend. I love you. Be safe. And remember, don't argue with people this weekend. Instead, sprinkle some facts on them. Peace, Wolfpack. That's everybody. I'll make sure I got all the comments, y'all. We looking good. Peace, Johnson.
Cool Streams TV, the best streaming service in the
Don't
world.
fall for the banana
with
in
over
the tailpipe.
2,000 channels.
Don't be
Watch it
fooled
anywhere
by
on your
corporate
Android
media
or
talking
iPhone.
heads
Watch it on your
misleading the
tablet
people.
or any
Get-
Fire device. Premium channels, network channels, pay-per-view sports. Direct access to 24/7 customer service. Go to coolstreamstv.com.
Thank you for using
and
Blog
purchase your
Talk Radio.
subscription.
Goodbye.
Cool Streams TV. We are the best in the business.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Do they know us? When I say they, I mean the talking heads on cable news. Do they know you? I mean, they talk about the world as if it's a sport. They play political games, report on our pain, rack our brain to feed the stock exchange, but do they know us? Do they know what we care about? Nope. They're too far away. They can't see us. They can't feel us. They can't relate to us. See, when you want to know what's going on in your world, trust someone who lives in your world. Subscribe.